discussion?
Oh, do what you want.
Okay.
It's just the hangout before show. So usually you can tell how the show's going to go by how people react in the waiting room.
I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'll be right back.
There you go. Tiberius.
What's up?
Oh, you are alive. Okay.
I am alive. I'm just camping in the background for a minute.
Okay. Interrupted me watching a cooking show on stream.
What sort of cooking?
It's called Come Dine With Me.
Come dine with me. Is it any good?
It's much better than MasterChef. They get 5 guests each week that have to prepare meals at each other's houses, and then they rate each other at the end.
It sounds
Fun.
fun.
It is fun.
I feel like I've seen clips of that. Like British people being like, oh,
Yep,
like
that's what it is. Yep.
Sarah didn't like my pastry. Seemed pretty fun.
And they usually get incredibly intoxicated, and by the end of the week,
Right.
they're all shouting at each other. Good fun.
It does seem like a great, like, cultivating of drama.
It's just like the hippy dippie.
Yeah, sounds like it.
What's his here? Oh, he's muted. It's fine. Mellow greetings.
Mellow greetings.
What's up, James?
So, James, are you like pretty far on the left?
You know, I guess it depends where your Overton window lies.
By American standard. How about that?
Yes, most assuredly.
Okay, very cool.
You know, somebody has to be the heel. It's me.
On Twitch, I think leftists dominate the platform.
You would think that.
We actually had a conversation about this the other day because all the libs I know like to meme, just put capitalism bad in your title and you get 1,000 viewers. And
So
it's like
true.
Yeah, and it's funny. And we spent 7 hours on a stream going through every single person and just chatting with more than 1,000 viewers. And you know what? Only one person was capitalism bad. So kind of a proven bad trope.
I think that like Reddit, I have a hard time browsing a lot of social media because it's like so far left. And like Twitch and Reddit are both like that.
I mean, if you go to, if you're on Reddit, you go to anti-work or you go to BreadTube, yeah, it's probably going to be horrible. If you go to like the Patriot subreddit, well, you're golden. It's conservatism as far as the eye can see.
If you go on Political Compass, you can be like a little bit more right.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, here in the U.S., the mainstream is so vaguely center right that it's anything like to the left of Reagan will get you called a communist. So it's kind of there's a give and take there.
I love Ronald Reagan. Oh my God, he's my Nancy though was the real. Let me tell you.
The goat.
The throat. She probably did more policy. Let's be real here.
She did. She definitely established foreign policy and embedded it deeply into American culture.
There seem to be a lot more leftists this time. Well, maybe 2 years ago when Bernie was running, they seemed to be all leftists, and then Biden won, and they're suddenly liberal. It's
Well, I think Bernie broke people. I think people who were like in between,
exactly,
libs and radicals were in the Bernie camp. And then depending on how you felt about Bernie losing, whether you thought, the DNC and the corporate Democratic establishment screwed him or he, got beaten out by a much more savvy politician, people like either broke like to the right or to the left of that. So, I mean, Danabo, you're not wrong that I would say like by volume, there are a little bit more quote leftists on Twitch. I mean, there's more of everybody since the pandemic anyway, but by magnitude, like once you get past Hassan and Milk, what the fuck? Everybody's like an 80 Andy in the leftist political sphere on
I think
Twitch.
a lot of people call themselves leftists, but are in reality like sock dems. But I mean, I consider sock dems leftist just because I mean, I go like Richard Wolff kind of declares them as leftists, even though they believe in capitalism. But I mean, you have to take allies where you can get them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, that's the Overton window here in the States.
Yeah.
I gotta put up the video.
CTV.
What?
I noticed you were jumping around rooms. Have you not?
By
got
the way,
right
Carter,
channel
I have the
anymore?
exact
Yeah.
same lamp as you do.
You like that?
Yeah, I have two of
my
them right here.
bisexual lighting.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I have a
good.
setting on my phone specifically to switch to
Same here.
bisexual lighting.
Yep, I have a typical bread tuber lighting. I call it.
The alcohol.
Popularized by Contra and
Have you got access?
expanded on by Philosophy 2.
Or Noah. Noah has like
Or
the
Noah.
ultimate.
Blue Jam, one sec.
CTV, try and jump in and out now. See if you've got access.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. I changed the roles again because I didn't want the moderators of the Discord being able to do stuff with the channel.
Well, that just makes the Alpha Wolf roll all that much more important.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it
it.
does.
So it's like I went from possibly ever being considered a secondary move and shaker to definitely a primary. Nice.
Wait, is that everyone?
Yeah.
Hello.
I think my job's done.
Why are
Still
the
finished
cameras
early.
well on your fucking server, Dylan?
Huh?
Or I guess Danabo.
What?
Is anybody
What?
else's Discord server having issues where like their camera, like everyone's cameras just fucking like pixelate and shit?
Yeah.
Discord servers for the last
guys
2
look
weeks
good
have been
to
kind
me.
of shit.
I don't know. Mine's a level 3. We're not really having those problems.
Mine's
Dylan's-
level 3 too, bitch. Like
That's the problem. Dylan's isn't boosted, so he's got the lowest one, and it usually runs better.
So no boost is better, huh?
Sometimes, yeah.
because I've been hearing it from other people's Discord servers as well. I was just curious. But how's everybody doing?
Doing great.
I guess
Great. How are you?
You guys, we got to be careful not to get Dylan DOS tonight.
Dylan
Yeah,
Doss?
Dylan's been fucking with my. He's been doing a fucking cybercrime on me every day.
Oh, actually,
He's
that's how I
censoring you.
discovered
He's the
Dylan.
leftist
Actually,
media.
I didn't know who Dylan was till like a week ago, and somehow in my recommended videos, I saw Dylan getting shit on for allegedly DDoSing someone, and I was like, "This is hilarious." It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That's your introduction to him? Was that bullshit with?
Yeah,
fucking
Wow.
I stream at
Dylan and
3
I?
a.m. So I wake up at 3 a.m. and I stream till like noon, PST. So I don't know any politics people on Twitch really.
That makes
been
me wonder if
friends-
that was your first introduction to CTV too.
Actually, yeah, I found your stream because you showed up in my recommended, and I lurk in your stream a lot, CTV,
Hmm.
Oh,
because I find you to be
Fuck
like
you.
the chillest.
Fuck you.
I don't know what it is.
He's got
I
nothing,
love
no love for
CTV.
me. No love for me. CTV's not even involved in that shit. He just inserted himself.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I just stumbled across it one day.
Well, CTV is such a likable person, honestly.
I do have to agree. CTV.
I don't know. I've made lunch with him. That's a bad experience, I'll tell you.
Yo, you think he's likable, but you're about to see his fucking blood sports persona. You're about to get fucked
Yeah,
up.
the
Oh,
people's champion's
please.
gonna come
I've been
out.
living in his blood spurts world
You see
for the
this,
past...
bitches? Do you see
2
this,
weeks.
bitches? This is the motherfucking show tonight. You hear me? We got the fucking hat on. We got the shades on. We got the motherfucking rum bottle right fucking here. It's gonna be a show tonight. Let's fucking go.
No, good God. Here we go.
I'm sorry, Ty.
What do
I know.
trains do?
What do
I can
trains do?
read.
It's a great
Oh,
question.
hey, explain this why are women thing to me. What's that about?
Why are
What do you-
women?
why are you getting?
Hashtag
Why are
aversion
women?
abortion.
Why are women allowed to walk around spreading COVID?
So
Yeah.
true.
I'm sorry I asked. Fuck, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking why are women, bro?
God damn it. Okay.
And then sometimes you take a look at something and you just go, fucking women are why, you know? So it just depends on the situation, but you don't need to be trying to overthink or overcomplicate the situation, right? Sometimes it's why are, and other times it's women are, you know? So fuck.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, that's what we're all talking about at the
that's
end
not
of the day.
what we're all talking about. Some of us actually do research for our debates. We're not all doing that. So
Shut up,
Shut up,
fucking
nerd.
Put that
nerd.
off to the
Fuck
side.
out,
a little
shut up,
bit.
nerd.
Fuck off. Go away.
Some of us are nerds. All right, like
Shut
we're not
up.
all memes. All right.
You know, one is not mutually exclusive. Okay, You ever
I
think about
try
that?
I try and straddle that fence, right? But as
Dude,
a
I'm sure
female,
you straddle
as
a
a
lot of
female,
things.
I'm sure
I
you
am sure you
understand.
straddle a lot
As a
of
young
things.
age, at a young age, you're forced to constantly have this balance in your life, right? Like if you're too confident, you're a bitch. If you're not confident enough, you're weak. Like engaging with your sexuality in the world, right? As a man, we just go full force in
Too
one
nice.
direction and nobody cares, right? So it's actually a difficult thing for us men to have balance in our lives.
Mm.
Right, which is why we're like funny or like good at things, right? Because we pick
You
one
know,
thing.
I think that
and we're
women are
good at it.
funnier than men most of the time. I think I'm the funniest person in Twitch politics. So that's all I'm
What?
saying. I think just women don't get enough credit. That's all I'm
See,
saying.
this is what happens when the balance gets off whack, right? Too much confidence. We just talked about this.
Wait, this is
Did
political.
he say something? I saw his mouth moving. I didn't hear
This is going to
anything.
be my topic on Sunday.
I make music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude. My
All
vote's
women
for Chud
funny.
Logic. My vote's for Chud
Oh,
Logic,
yeah,
the funniest
yeah.
person on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's my personal opinion. You can hate me for it if you want to, but
New
Is
tier
he
list.
speaking again? Because I don't hear anything. I see his mouth moving and I don't hear anything.
is that?
I
what
think
you
you're
do when
muted.
I'm not.
I think you're muted. Check
Oh.
your thing,
Scott,
dude.
is he
You
trying
know,
to
someone
talk?
might have just pooed in my mouth.
I don't hear him though. Do you hear him, Stardust?
I don't.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
CTV's playing. All right. We've got
Right.
1 minute until showtime. Is everybody ready?
I think so,
Yep.
Milk. I think that's
Yep.
great.
Excited? Yeah, very excited.
It's definitely I don't know. We're
Dylan
just
doesn't do these topics
experimenting.
in order,
Really.
by the way, so prepared to be caught
Change it up.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I'm just mildly excited?
Mellow, yeah, mellowly excited.
Cool, cool.
I feel like
Sorry,
that's your thing though, right?
Sorry, we
Oh,
just
yeah.
had somebody get their blue balls over here.
Woo.
All right, it's showtime. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night, and DM if you need anything.
Take care, buddy.
See you later.
See you, Danabo. Appreciate you, man.
Later.
Why is everyone muted?
I'm not sure.
Because we're usually talking to our chat as well.
Talking to
Especially right before you get into it.
Should I talk to chat,
kind of, like,
everybody?
can't really pay attention to them as much, you know?
I just make a bunch of weird mouth noises.
I'm just gonna pretend that we're
Right, you
having
gotta
a
reinforce this
fascinating
parasocial
conversation
relationships that
here.
they totally shouldn't have in our
Okay, fine. I'll talk to you. What do you want to talk
At the
about?
same time,
We don't have
Daddy's
very
gotta pay
long.
bills, so you know.
Hello, how's everybody doing today?
Doing
Hello, Mr.
great.
Burns. How
Amazing
are
day.
you?
Good.
Wonderful.
Don't try that with me, Dylan. Don't try that with me. I know what you've been doing behind the scenes, okay? You and your cyber criming everybody. Everybody. Okay?
Look,
I've had enough of it.
It's not my fault that your fan, politically provoked, got banned off of YouTube, okay? It's not my fault.
Look, you doing the cyber crimes, DDoSing me, whatever, doing the cybers, whatever. I don't appreciate it. I need you to fucking stop, okay?
Dylan, I was telling them I didn't know who you were until I literally had a video about you DDoSing people
I
show up
know.
on my
Poor
recommended, like a
YouTube.
week ago. And that
There's
was
none
I
of
don't
you.
know
confessions
what
of
any of
Dylan
you think.
Burns.
I don't know what any
He's
of
on
you think. you're-
FBI's most wanted list, bro.
Yeah.
More
Yeah,
people
I
should
don't know
go
what
to the
any of you
YouTube.
think you're doing
have you been
coming at.
served
Hey,
yet?
hey,
There are more
hey!
like
I don't know what
VODs
any
there,
of you
too.
think you're doing coming at the
Hey.
corporation like that, right? But you better
Hey.
back off the fucking language, right? Otherwise, it's about to get real up in this motherfucker, right?
Amen.
Oh,
Amen.
God.
So
You
I
get
can't
served
say
yet?
I have not been served with a lawsuit yet. It seems I
Okay.
messaged Brant for Liberty if he's gonna follow up, if he's gonna sue me, for and I quote him, cyber terrorism across state lines if he's gonna go through with the lawsuit. But it seems that his channel was banned off of Twitch. I wonder, was there some moving and shaking involved?
I
Who
really hope
knows?
not, though, for real, though.
Yeah, I hope he gets unbanned, to be unironic. I just find it funny because I know it's going to be added to the lawsuit that I must have banned him as well. Anyway, So I'd like to welcome everybody to the 51st edition of the Hippy Dippie Roundtable. If it was 1 week ago, it'd be special, but you're all here, so it isn't. And I'd like to welcome you all to what will be a long night of political.
Fuck you, there are two champions here.
Oh yeah, you're number 2. You're number 2 in the ranking system currently. And then when CTV does this thing. Anyway, stop derailing me. I'd like to thank you all for being here. Just a few rules to get them out of the way. Number 1, of course, nothing against Twitch terms of service. We'd all like to keep our jobs. I'm sure of it. Number 2, when I'm talking, no one else is talking. I'm talking solely to moderate. I'm not going to be getting involved in any heated discussion with any of you or any polite discussion. You are all just means of me producing content and nothing more. Mere batteries that I will drain and then throw away once all the usefulness has been retired from it. Next rule, you will not be going after people's immutable characteristics. That means
It's
you
a
will go
bad
after
form.
people's sexuality, gender, race, anything like that. Even Italians, I'm sorry. And the British even. Actually, never mind. The British is allowed, except for them. They're allowed. Okay, good. Besides that, if you have trouble getting into the conversation, raise your hand. Please do it as a last resort, though. I'll write your name down and make sure eventually you get to talk. During every topic, you'll have a short intro and outro segment where you can talk uninterrupted, but please do try to keep it short. We're not writing essay papers here. We don't need to hear a college thesis. We just need to hear your opinions on the topic. Do we all understand the rules, and is there any confusion?
Why, yes, and boss, we understand.
Seems good.
Okay, so we're going to go into, I'm just going to ignore that. We're going to keep moving. Okay, we're going to go into the first topic now. The first topic has to do with the DMCA Twitch bans. A lot of streamers have been banned for streaming a whole host of different content. One streamer by the name of Pokimane streamed an entire season of Avatar and got banned. Other streamers have been streaming whole tons of TV shows and getting banned. A bunch of streamers have been eating the bullet, so to speak, when it comes to Twitch bans. And so my question is, what are your stance on the recent surge of Twitch bans? And more specifically, did people like Pokimane deserve the ban for streaming copyrighted content? We're going to start with Stardust in the bottom left-hand corner. You can also introduce yourselves during the segment, so it'll be a little longer.
Hi, I'm Stardust, fastest rising villain in the Twitch politics community. And I think that I hope that this actually doesn't lead to another adpocalypse like what happened to YouTube. That's probably my biggest concern regarding this. I think people need to be more careful and not be streaming copyrighted content. I think that I always aim to make content for other people to react to, and even when I'm looking at like friends' YouTube videos, I try to get permission. Obviously, that's not always something that you can do, but I do think that it's kind of irresponsible, and it may lead to something bigger if they're not careful about streaming copyrighted content.
Wonderful. Next, we're going to throw it over to Taft, is it?
Yeah, you can call me Taft or Taff or April. That's my actual name.
Wonderful.
Whatever's easiest. Yeah, I think the streaming, obviously copyrighted content, whether it be like Avatar: The Last Airbender, what Pokimane got banned for, or MasterChef or whatever, it's pretty indefensible. And these streamers are very clearly just trying to toe the line and push it to see how far they can go. It's lazy content. It's enjoyable from like a viewer perspective, but it's pretty very clearly intellectual copyright infringement. So I think that it's fantastic. I mean, like Twitch needs to ban these people, and hopefully if they want to survive as a company, put an end to like the insane watch party meta, because it's just going to cause massive legal trouble down the road if they continue to allow people to stream copyrighted content to tens of thousands of people right on their front page. And really, it's pretty irresponsible of these specific streamers to push the envelope in the way that they're doing, because inevitably it's just going to end up with Twitch getting into legal trouble or them getting into legal trouble, and that's going to be worse for the entire platform.
Okay. Tiberius?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tiberius D. If you're familiar with me, you've probably seen me on the Mascot podcast with Counterpoints, Internax, and a lot of folks like that. And if you haven't seen me, basically my thing is that I'm a massive nerd. I talk about geopolitics, I talk about science fiction, and all those wonderful things. As far as my topic on this, yeah, I actually largely agree with the prior two statements in the regards that they kind of had it coming. And even I think Pokemon, I believe that's actually how you pronounce it, actually made a statement regarding this, saying she's like, "Yeah, I crossed the line. I don't blame Twitch for doing that. So cool. I don't think anyone's unheard or offended." I do want to talk about like reforming copyright law and patent law if we get a chance to get in here, because I think they're kind of outdated and they need an overhaul. But overall, I think we're all probably going to agree on this one.
Wonderful. Next, we're going to throw it over to James.
Mellow greetings, everybody. I am James from the internet. I host a show called Left of Left for Act TV on YouTube and Roku and a bunch of places, and I stream here most days. Surprisingly, I'm going to agree majoritarily with Tiberius. Eventually, if you poke the bear with a short stick enough times, you're eventually going to get swatted. It's just going to happen, and I don't mean that in the Tim Pool sense. The larger issue that we have is we as users sign a TOS. The TOS is binding to Twitch. Twitch has to respond to any DMCA notifications as well as their own internal rules. They're doing it mostly so that they can stay in advertising safe harbor. All the large streamers who are going willy-nilly on this and literally like waving their arms up in the air going, "Hey, Gordon Ramsay Productions, I'm over here, I'm watching your stuff." They're eventually just going to bring the heat on all of us. And, for like the 12 people who stream that crap who can afford lawyers, I'm sure it's awesome. For the rest of us, it's going to really suck, except for me, because I don't play copyrighted content. But to Tiberius's point, copyright laws, IP, all of it is so antiquated legislatively. Overhaul, and sadly, Twitch is not the platform that's going to shake that tree hard enough. But yeah,
Good
that's
point.
something
Reality
that we should
dropout.
probably do.
Wonderful. Next, we're going to throw it over to Fabian Liberty.
Yeah, so I completely agree with Twitch, but I want to add a little nuance here in the sense that, as the unabashed anarcho-capitalist that we are over at Fabian Liberty, you can find us by the same name, Fabian Liberty, on YouTube as well as Twitch. And this weekend, we will be setting up a Rumble as well. As the unabashed capitalist, pay attention to what actually happened to Pokemon, right? She got a 48-hour ban. Why did they do that? They did it to make an example of her, but they did it so that they could get advertising. They did it so that this very question right now would be asked on a panel. They did it so that YouTubers would comment and react to it. And they did it to bring people onto the platform and keep people onto the platform, right? The small people are the people that are actually getting fucked in a lot of situations because Viacom wants to DMCA something, even though they were doing a reaction that was, 45 minutes long on a 5-minute video. These big names are not getting punished in any way, shape, or form. She got a vacation. That being said, IP law is trash. Contracts are valid. IP is stupid completely. I don't want to reform it. I want to get rid of it completely. And last but not least, I hope Twitch goes further so that the reaction Andy meta can finally be killed on here, because so many people, and I won't name names, but many of the people likely on this panel tonight, as well as maybe the moderator, who knows, are the types of people that stream other people's debate and other people's content with the occasional or let me pause and give you a 1-minute dissertation about why that thing's wrong, and then let me play it for another 20 minutes. It's lazy content, and we're just as guilty of it in the Twitch politics community, but not me and not James from the internet.
Yes, but I like money. Anyway, Rose, you're next.
Yeah, I'm finally here after Dylan decided to stop stonewalling me. Now I think this is obvious.
Okay, Carter, your turn.
Yeah, I'm just Carter on everything, and I mainly make music, but I'm also a leftist. I think I guess maybe I'll be in the opposite. I guess I'll take the opposite road than everyone. I think nothing should have happened because IP law, as I agree with James, like exactly the law
Carter,
is messed up. Yeah.
Are you that adorable cat emote I've been seeing everywhere?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay. Sorry, continue.
For like 800 subs, yeah, I dressed up as a cat girl and wore a maid outfit. Anyways, yeah, I think I'll go the opposite route of everyone, just for the fact that as somebody who makes music and as somebody who is like very much in a copyright, I've had to do DMCAs myself. I've had to file them. I've worked with big companies surrounding DMCA. I know how predatory the industry is, all of that, all the media industry. I think the entire thing they shouldn't have done anything. I think it's impossible. Once you start doing it, where does the line stop? My everything is derivative. Some people on here have said like it's lazy content, whatever. I guarantee that there's something that you do that is derivative of someone else, and you could essentially, if the company's big enough, they will come after you. So I think get rid of it all. Maybe rewrite it, but maybe not.
Okay. Rose, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll try again and we'll see what happens. So the topics are really now for me, they're an auxiliary goal, okay? My primary goal is to illustrate the blatant Europhobia. And where is this more obvious? In the very beginning, okay? Both the movers and shakers in this panel have American flags in their background. I'm European. This is what happens to me. Just put two and two together. Real easy stuff, okay? But for the first topic,
go on, okay?
Okay, yeah, and more, okay, way more. Anyway, obviously, yes, ban perfectly justified. Twitch had to take it down at that point. So does Pokimane. She said, I know Tiberius brought up the quote. Here's the exact quote. Just to be clear, I'm not surprised, and I don't think this is unfair from Pokimane there. It just seems like it's basically like a legal necessity that they have to do it at that point. Now, whether or not different types of copyright holders choose to push and choose to enforce their copyright depends really on profitability. So you will see in a lot of different IP and copyright holders, like for example video games, they're often more lax on their enforcement of it, while a lot of stuff like music and movie content, they're a lot more hands-on with that, because the calculation is based on, okay, is this, unlicensed usage of our IP or our content going to bring us more profit at the end of the day or less? And then they kind of enforce based on that. And when it comes to specifically video content, it tends to lean more in the, like, it will reduce profitability side. So therefore they're going over it a lot more. There's also discussion to be done from Twitch's perspective about their proactive enforcement versus passive enforcement and the different types of legal leniency that could give them should there be like a larger lawsuit against Twitch as a platform in the future. And then finally, from my thoughts on the type of content, I think that type of React content is really lazy. I think it's just it's a shame that the most viewed and the biggest partner creators with over hundreds of thousands of viewers combined are just doing that, and I think it's pretty disappointing. So I'm in favor of there being a heavier stance taken towards that. And yeah.
And that's why it took you 51 episodes to get on. Now I'm gonna throw it over to CTV.
All right, well.
Wait 1 second. I'm sorry. CTV, also known as Critically Thinking Veteran, who is also leader of the Wolfpack and the #1 contender in the Hippy Dippie Championship. Okay, now you can go.
So this is what I've heard tonight from everybody on this panel. Are you guys ready for this? Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Hi, I'm CTV president and CEO of CTV's Wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man Emporium and Warehouse. Thanks to a shipping error, I am now currently overstocked on waving wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man, and I'm passing the savings on to you. That's all I've heard tonight from you fucking guys tonight. Look, it's obvious, right? If you fucking fuck around with copyrighted content, you're going to get fucking banned, right? Content like I just created there is exactly what keeps these lazy motherfuckers from just re-streaming however many fucking episodes of fucking whatever fucking chef show that Gordon Ramsay happened to be on that fucking Hassan's lazy ass just kept fucking just binge watching, right? Because his dumbass can't create his own fucking content. That's what I fucking heard, right? So anybody got an argument against that? I'm fucking ready.
Thank you, CTV. I appreciate the poise at which you approach this conversation. So we're going to open up the conversation for just general dialogue. Please remember the rules, and good luck. Does anybody want to start us off?
I'd love to dig into FL Scott's claim that Twitch engaged in this ban procedure for advertising reasons. Is that really, do you think, the primary motivator?
What? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, let's be honest, right? Everything Twitch is doing is to protect itself and to protect its bottom line, right?
I agree. Yeah.
I mean, as a corporation, anything else that they're doing is likely tied to that in some degree. And so when you look at someone like Pokimane getting a 48-hour ban, right? They had to pick somebody big to make to signal to everybody else, hey, stop doing this, because it's becoming a meta, right? So in order to protect themselves
Wait
from
1 second. We have a
advertisers
poll from chat. does the Hippy Dippy Roundtable hate Europeans? 64%.
You see, this is what I mean,
votes.
Dylan.
Stop. 365 votes for what's a Europe.
It's happening already.
Number
You're
2
watching
was
it live.
yes with 200 votes, and the last one with 7 votes, no, with 1% of the vote. Sorry, continue. Okay, just want to throw that out there.
I mean,
Wow.
so what I'm saying here isn't so much that like they only banned her because like extrapolating it out a little bit, right? All I'm saying is that when they make a show of it to someone that's clearly violating these rules, but they give them a 48-hour ban, and we know that other streamers, smaller streamers, do less egregious things and get permabanned. It happens all the time. But the reason they're not going to actually permaban her is because they need her on the platform for their money. But she also makes a great case for someone that they can point to, be like, hey guys, watch out, or the bans are incoming kind of situation. On top of that, the fact that it's a 48-hour ban does nothing to her bottom line in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't punish her at all. And that's why she's easily coming out being like, oh, I know that I mess up and I totally agree with this, because it doesn't actually hurt her. If she was banned for a month, that might actually hurt her finances and her growth. A 48-hour ban is literally just a vacation for her, given to her by Twitch for ripping off other people's content and doing literally nothing. Right? It's lazy bullshit content, and you see it all over Twitch.
Are you familiar at all with safe harbor protections and how those work? FL Scott?
Could you explain them out for me?
Yeah, okay. I don't have the best understanding either, but my understanding is that there is a distinction in copyright law between a platform that is moderated and a platform that has user-generated content that is then taken down when a company receives a complaint. And so as long as a platform isn't moderated, like Twitch or YouTube, there's a certain protection afforded to them. The understanding that these platforms can't moderate every single thing on their platform. And so if there's copyright infringing content, they can't be held directly responsible. Rather, they receive a complaint from Viacom or from other large companies, notifying them that this copyright infringing material is being streamed on their platform. So,
yes.
Yeah, the reason why Pokemon, she was banned from Twitch wasn't because Twitch specifically chose her to like single her out. It's because they got a complaint from Viacom. And if they did choose her to like single her out and remove her, they would be under severe like risk of losing their safe harbor protection. So I don't think Twitch would ever do that.
I disagree.
You think they would risk their safe harbor protection to like get advertising?
I think they do that shit all of the time.
Okay, maybe.
I mean, so they have algorithms and they have bots, right? So if you're in your Twitch chat and you go into your users in chat, right, and you'll see bots in there. Those are IP bots, many of them, right? That are specifically designed to report things, and many of them are Twitch bots in and of themselves. So Twitch is already straddling the line between whether or not they actually moderate and don't moderate, because they have systems set up to automatically trigger whether or not you're using copyrighted infringed material, right? So for sometimes, if you're not careful with the bots that you have in chat, you'll be auto banned by Twitch by the algorithm for certain music or for certain videos that you're playing. Right. So they're already straddling that line to begin with. Number two, they don't necessarily select who gets reported, but they do select what type of bans they do. There is no standard in Twitch for almost any of their TOS in terms of how long people are banned for things. People like Amaranth, right, can do content that straddles the line of TOS and get in trouble for essentially the same thing over and over and over and over again, constantly receiving 48-hour or 72-hour bans, whereas smaller streamers will get permabanned for the exact type of thing, right? For nip slips or for doing some type of new meta that is seen to be too overtly sexual.
Hold on. Is there did Amaranth nip slip and not get a permaban?
I think he's talking about the hot tub meta.
Yeah, I'm just curious who did a nip slip.
I can't remember the exact names. Unlike some people.
Oh my! You know where this is going now.
It was Alinity.
Sorry, it was Alinity. Sorry, yeah, and right, but you understand what I'm saying, right? The way that they enforce the rules is different for different people. So sure, they didn't specifically select the fact that Viacom was the one that targeted her, but they selected what type of punishment she would receive.
It's not the same with DMCA. There's rules outlined that they report. So I've done DMCA stuff. and I've talked to Twitch, and I've gone through Twitch, and I've talked to a lot of people regarding how they carry it out. And so Twitch is only forced to give strikes. There's no limit on strikes. Nothing. The
Did
rules
Destiny
are already
send his
established.
viewers?
Your first strike is like
Incredible.
48 hours. Your second is
love
a
it.
You can
month,
have
and
to
third
3
is
now.
indefinite.
Yeah, it was her
Um,
first ban as well, Pokemon. So
So
it's right in
yeah,
line with
so
that.
Twitch already tells you that from the beginning.
We're doing
that it's
hippy
like
dippy.
that.
You should
And
watch
so that
like
doesn't
that
matter.
because
And then
I
to
did
also piggyback of
an
what April said
incredible
before,
like
to
long
make exactly
rant
like clear
about how this
what's
guy's
being said
terrible
about the
and
proactive
wrong.
and banning. Twitch
Okay,
wants
so
to keep
get
like
to
a
the
passive.
fucking point.
I'm getting there, CTV. Okay, I'm
Why are you
sorry.
yelling at
Last
the
time we
poor
had a
guy?
conversation, you accused me of mind
Jesus
controlling me.
Christ,
I don't know
you
if we're gonna
interrupt
get there
me
again or
whenever
what's
it was
going on.
obvious and I had the fucking mic
Basically,
ahead of
he
time,
like
and then you
totally
wanna
doesn't
fucking sit here and make
understand
me
safe
wait for
harbor
30 seconds till you
protections.
explain why you're interrupted. Jesus.
This is what I mean with
Okay,
the moves and seconds, Dylan. You're supposed to step in here, okay? What are you doing?
Hey, look,
You're
CDV's
just sitting
got
there
special
smiling with a
privileges,
stupid.
okay?
Also, I gotta say to you, okay, if we're doing polls, I have a few polls, and I think you remember them, and we'll whip them out if we have to, okay?
Well, I'm glad
We'll
that
whip
you
them
got
out,
a
the
few others
screenshotted
because the
polls.
one
Was
that
that
you're
a?
working
I
with
don't know
might
if
not
that
be
was a
doing it.
dick joke or not,
Hey,
but Rose,
yeah.
you can continue, okay?
Wait, if we could
There was a
skip
joke
the
about the
whipping
stream
out
we had before
polls.
with the EDL
Yeah.
stuff, but
Oh,
regardless,
gotcha.